Okay, welcome back, fourth graders. This is Mr. Steinberg again. In this tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate how to subtract large numbers, but also kind of explaining how place value is involved in each subtraction or difference that we find. So I wrote two really large numbers. So I'm taking the smaller large number from the larger large number, if you will. So we've got 732,821 subtracting our 389,942. And I wrote it on the right side as well in expanded form so I can kind of do them side by side, showing you exactly what's taking place. So let me exit off of that and I'll start right now. So remember, you're going to take the smaller number down here from the larger number. So we start with the ones place value, and you notice that this says 1 take away 2. And we can't do that because you can't take a larger number from a smaller number. So what you do is you go to the next higher place value, which is 10 times greater, which is the tens, and you're going to borrow a set of 10. So this is the way it looks over here. We've got 2 units taking from 1 unit. Can't do that, so let's borrow 10 from the 20. Because the 2 over here represents 20. So if you take away 10 from 20, that leaves you with one set of 10. And the 10 that you borrow, you give over to the ones column or the units column. And you say, well, what's 10 plus 1? Well, 10 plus 1, that's going to be 11. So that's why we have 11 there. And now you can subtract. You have 11 take away 2, which is going to be 9. So you come over here, you borrow that set of 10, leaving you with one set of 10. You take that set of 10 and give it to the units, and you have 11 units minus 2, which is 9. And then you kind of start over all the way down the line. So the next one, you have a set of 10, take away 4 sets of 10, which is like 10 minus 40. Can't do it because 40 is bigger than 10. So what you do is you go to the hundreds. And the reason you can do this is if you borrow one set of 100, that leaves you with 7 of them right here. And if you think about it, okay, a whole set of 100, since it's 10 times greater than 10, it's 10 groups of 10. So you had one, and you're adding a group of 100, right? You took that group of 100 and you're giving it to the tens. So 100 plus 10 is 110. Okay? So think about that. That's 110, which is the same thing as what? 110 groups of, 110 is what? 11 groups of 10. So we had one group, and now you have 10 more. So now you have 11. You have 11 groups of 10, which is the same thing as 110. So over here, you borrowed from the 8, leaves you with 7. You take that one group of 100, which is 10 groups of 10, and 10 plus 1 is 11. So 11 take away 4 is 7. 110 minus 40, that's going to be 70. And so you move over to the next one, and you have two groups. Oh, sorry, right here. 7 groups of 100, or 700 minus 900. And again, we can't do that, right? Because 700 is less than 900. So we go over to the thousands and borrow a set of 1,000. Now that set of 1,000 represents 10 groups of 100. So you had 1,000, or 10 groups of 100 plus 700. So that's 1,000 plus 700. That's going to give you 1,700. Or that's going to give you 17 groups of 100. So you take the 1,000, which is 10 groups of 100, and so you add 10 plus 7, which is 17. So that's why you can just kind of drop the 1 right there. Even though it looks like you're just putting a 1, you're really dropping a group of 10. So now you can subtract. You take 17, take away 9, that's going to be 8. And over here, 1,700 minus 900, that's going to give you 8 groups of 100. And then we keep going. And now we're left with the thousands. So we have one group of 1,000, take away 9. So I can't subtract 9,000 from 1,000, so I need help. And I'll take a group of 10,000, leave me with 2 of those. Take a group of 10,000, that leaves me with 2 groups of 10,000. And then, so that would be, what would that be? 10,000, right? One group of 10,000 plus the 1,000 that's already there. So 10 plus 1, that's 11. So now we have 11,000. We have 11,000 in that column, and we have we borrow 1 from there. So we give that group of 10, and 10 plus 1 is 11. The 10 groups of 10,000. So 11,000 minus 9,000 leaves us with 2,000. 11 take away 9 is going to leave us with 2. So 2 groups of 1,000, 2 groups of 1,000. And we're almost done here. What we're doing is we're going to borrow, because we can't take 8 10,000s plus 2 10,000s, right? You can't subtract 80,000 from 20,000, so you're going to borrow from the 100,000s, leaving you with 6. Borrow from the 100,000, leaving us with 600,000. So you take your 100,000 that you borrowed plus your 20,000. That's 120,000. So I'm going to rewrite it. That's 120,000 there. And that group of 100,000 is 10 groups of 10,000. So 10 plus 2 is 12. So you've got 12 groups right there. 12 take away 8 is 4. And if that's a 4, that's going to be 40,000. And finally, now that we're at the final place value, you can just subtract. 600,000 minus 300,000 leaves us with 300,000. And 6 take away 3 is 3. There we go. So you can see how whether we did it the traditional way or using it or finding a difference in expanded form, we still get 342,879, 300,000 plus 40,000 plus 2,000 plus 800 plus 70 plus 9. And these are the exact same numbers. Okay, since I have time, I want to show you one more example where this can be very helpful. Here's an example that I think can be helpful. And it's a process called subtracting across zeros. I hope people are comfortable, students are comfortable with this, but if you're not, it's okay, because it kind of works the same way, but I'll keep the number rather short. I won't make an incredibly large number. In fact, I'll keep it to the thousands. Let's say you have 7,000 and you want to subtract 4,375. So you're finding this difference, and you realize right away you start with the ones place value, and you're saying I want to take 5 from 0. With 0 take away 5? Well, you can't do it because you can't take 5 from nothing. And then you look at the tens place value, and there's nothing there. There's nothing to borrow. And then you look at the hundreds, and there's nothing to borrow. So you have to go all the way to the thousands. So when you go to the thousands, you're going to borrow a group of 1,000. That's going to leave you with 6 groups of 1,000. So we've got 7,000 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. And we're subtracting 4,000 plus 300 plus 70 plus 5. So what we've done is, and let me do it in red. We borrowed a group. That's going to leave us with 6,000, which is fine. Now we're going to give that group of 1,000 over to the hundreds place value. Well, 1,000 is the same thing as 10 groups of 100. So we have 10 groups of 100. But the problem is the other 2 place values still need help. So we gave the hundreds 10 groups of 1,000. I'm sorry, 10 groups of 100. We gave it 1,000. But now the hundreds place value needs to share with the others. So we're going to take a group of hundreds, leaving us with 9. And we give that group of 100, over to the tens place value. So again, if you have one group of 100, that's the same thing as 10 10. So now we have 10 groups of 10. That leaves us with, let's see, 100, right? Yeah. Yeah, so this one would have left us with 1,000. But we took away a group of 100 and we gave it over here. We took away a group of 100 and we gave it over here. And now we just have to share with the ones column. So we take a group of tens, leaving us with 9 tens, or 90. And then from there, you take that group of 10 that you just borrowed and you give it to the ones column. And now you have a set of 10 right here. And now you can subtract. 10 take away 5, 9 take away 7, 9 minus 3, and 6 take away 4. And if you use the expanded form, 10 units minus 5 units, 90 take away 70, 900 take away 300, and finally 6,000 minus 4,000. Oops. Did anybody catch my mistake right here? 6 take away 4 isn't 4. 6 take away 4 is 2. There we go. So 2,625, 2,000 plus 600 plus 20 plus 5. Okay, so if anybody has questions about subtracting large numbers, how to borrow or regroup from your neighboring place values, or what does it mean when we borrow? Like how much are we borrowing from the tens or the hundreds or the thousands? Just reach out and ask me or ask your fourth grade teacher, and we'll be happy to explain. Okay, thank you, fourth graders. Keep a lookout for more videos coming, okay? Bye.